Hi there, this is Fixed It. My wife bought this beautiful little baby rabbit and mother made from some sort of acrylic resin. Sadly, for no apparent reason, the arms between the mother and the baby snapped. Thankfully, it was a very straight break, leaving good surfaces on both sides. Now you may think this would be a straightforward glue job. Just apply some glue to the baby and to the mother and stick the two together. But unlike expertly made statues, these statues don't have a solid wire core which would hold the two parts together, so just gluing is never going to work. Looking closely at the problem, we can see that the two rabbits are balanced against each other, so the only way I'm going to fix this is to put a metal bar between the two to support the arms and then glue that in place, preventing them snapping in the same place. My normal procedure with these sorts of repairs is to put them in a vise, but the brittle nature of the acrylic means that as I did up the vise, I'd likely snap more pieces off the statue. For this reason, I'm going to be using a small Dremel hobby drill. Any hobby drill will do the job, with a conical tip, and what I'm going to do is to drill a hole in the centre of each of the arms, deep enough so that I can insert a pin inside without damaging them. As it will lie on its side, I'm actually going to do it from that direction. Set the roughly the centre. So just check for roughly in the centre now. Now it will try and move around, obviously, but the idea is to try and keep it as centred as possible. I'm using this cone-shaped top because it will allow me to manipulate it and move it around in order to guide the direction that the hole is going in. Oh, this is quite a tough material. Okay, so we got a hole roughly in the centre. Doesn't matter if it's too much out. Actually going to turn the revs up. It doesn't matter if it's too much out, because if there's some give in it, once you put the putty and the pin in there, then you'll be able to move it around in order to get it perfectly in place. Okay, so let's try this again with a bit more speed. Get it in the hole first. There we go. There we have a reasonable size hole. What I want to check now is if it will match this bit. This is a drill cutting bit, and I want that to be the same size, so it needs to go in just a tad further. That's now fitting in that hole. Okay, so I'll change bit. Okay, roughly line that up in place, and here we go. And here we have a great hole in the right place. Absolutely brilliant. Just drink some of my tea, then I'll do the one on the other side. As this is a talcum powder type material, I'm wearing a mask because you don't want this stuff getting in your lungs, particularly not with COVID-19 lying around. You don't want any crap in your lungs, so make sure you wear a good quality mask. I've got an FFP3 which can stop right the way down to viruses, so it'll certainly stop these particles. Hello Skippy, have you come to see what I'm doing? Here's Skippy, my trip-paw Lurcher, who likes to come and investigate what I'm up to. Make guest appearances on all of my videos. You alright, Skip? Do you want a biscuit? Honey, you want a biscuit, sweet boy? Okay, back to the job in hand. This one's going to be a bit more tricky because it hasn't broken evenly, so I need to get it into that bit without it slipping out, which is going to be quite difficult. Okay. So you've got a good hole. Actually, this smells like acrylic. Okay, so that will fit in there. So there we have it. We have two pretty central holes in Baby Rabbit. Let's have a go with Mummy Rabbit. This is going to be a bit more tricky because she's falling about. I need to make sure I try and get it in as straight as possible. Okay, so we've got a good hole in one side. Now let's try this other side. So we've got holes in either side, and I'll change that other deep drill bit. So I've cut the heads off screws and inserted them, basically screwed in there. They're not glued at the moment, but they're just screwed in. And now what I want to do is to widen the holes on Mummy and adjust them to such time as those two meet, and then I can look to glue them together. I made a mistake then, snapped a piece off because I forgot to reduce the revs of this drill. That was a bit silly. I had to turn the revs right down because otherwise the flexation, if that's a word, the flexing of this was causing it to vibrate, which knocked off that piece which is down there. I'll be able to glue that back on. No, it's a lot more difficult than the cheap soft stone, but it definitely, the smell is acrylic. So it's actually moulded from acrylic. Now then, so now so let's see how little bunny goes together, or if little bunny goes together. It's going to be a lot more tricky than the stone one because reshaping it is proving to be a lot more difficult than it was with the soft sandstone or whatever material it was made from. Need to widen these holes a little bit, they're a bit too tight. Okay, let's try again. Try and get that in there as deeply as I can. And then see whether or not they will go into mummy. And they do. They're not bad actually. Mummy needs widening as well, but as you can see they're beginning to come together quite nicely. I hope you liked the video. Don't forget to check out the description to this video because quite often there's other tips and links in there. Please subscribe to the channel and give it a thumbs up and share it with others. And don't forget to check out my other money saving tips. There's a lot of money to be saved. Thanks for watching. Bye.